Welcome to SuQuietSleep. I'm so glad you are here tonight. Find a comfortable position and let your body settle into the surface beneath you. Relax your shoulders. Release any tension in your jaw and soften the muscles around your eyes, brows, and face. Take a slow breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. With each steady breath, the sounds of your day begins to fade into the background. Now, let yourself drift into tonight's story. Tonight, we step into a quiet neighborhood north of the West Market in Chang'an. Nearly 1,300 years ago, at the height of the Tang Dynasty. It is late spring. Rain has been falling since afternoon. A small noodle shop at the end of a narrow lane keeps one amber lamp burning. The last customer of the night has just arrived. Outside, the stone lane is empty and wet. Inside, warmth still lingers from a full day of cooking. The night has settled. The curfew drums of Chang'an have already sounded and faded. Gates are latched. Streets have emptied. Behind compound walls across the city, distant household lamps make a scattered amber glow, as if Chang'an breathed behind closed doors. 10,000 small fires, each in their own sealed room. At the end of one narrow lane, a cloth banner marked with the character for Noodle hangs dark with moisture, barely stirring. Before the shop light reaches the street, it sent a rye fest. Steamed wheat, aged vinegar, ginger, and lamb broth. threaded with scallion, folding warm into the cool night air. On the wooden counter inside, a small oil lamp burns without wavering. Its amber glow reaches only as far as the doorway, touching the well-laid stones with a brief warm color against the dark. The shop is still open, but not much longer. Inside, warmth meets the skin at once. A full day of cooking lives in every surface. The beams, plaster walls, and benches worn smooth by years of use. Near the entrance, a small ceramic banner released the last thread of sandalwood smoke in a straight and wavering line. The hall is small and ordered. 4 tables of dark stained wood. 3 are bare and white. 1 remains occupied. Red lacquer columns rise at the corners of the room. Their surfaces have deepened with age into a quiet red black shine. As the noodle shop owner moves past the counter, she rests her hand against the nearest one. Cool, smooth. Oh. She breathed out slowly. At the last table, a young scholar in plain grey robes sits over a deep bowl of wheat noodles in lamb broth. A worn scroll case peeked from his travel bag. One sleeve carries dried ink. He watched the rain through the open doorway, lifting the bowl now and then for slow sip. The scholar finishes his meal. He lifts the bowl one last time and takes a long, slow sip of broth. Then he put it down. She knows that sound. A bowl placed by a customer, fully done and at peace with it. She does not look up. The scholar leaves copper coins on the table edge, the exact amount. He stands, sling his bag, and pause at the doorway to pull his collar against the night air. Before stepping out, he gives a small nod towards the room, acknowledging the meal, the lamp, the warmth behind him. She returns the nod. He steps into the rain. His footsteps cross whetstone, clear for a few beats, then soften into the sound of water on tiles above, and he is gone. She takes the copper coins from his table and adds it to the lacquer box. Coins meet coins with one quiet metallic note. Her thumbs press the lid close. The shop is empty now. She lifts the cloth from its peg and wipes the tables back to front. One table, then another, then the scholar's table last. Gathering his empty bowl onto a small tray. She stands in the center of the empty hall. 4 tables are bare and white. The cloth banner at the doorway hangs dark with rain, barely moving. On the counter, the oil lamp burns with perfect steadiness. Its flame upright and precise, surrounded by a soft golden ring of light that reaches the edge of the lacquer box and no farther. She does not move. She listens. Rain on the grey roof tiles, even and patient, not heavy, not urgent. The kind of rain that has the whole night. From the kitchen partition comes one last settling sound. Wood easing, as heat leaves the beam, and then quiet again. Through the open doorway, eave water drove in a slow rhythm onto the wet stone below. From beyond the walled wall, the wooden night watch block sounds twice. 2 muted beats, then move north, softening into the rain, and it's gone. Her shoulders lower a fraction. The vault is sealed. The room settles around her like a long exhale at the end of a day that has finally finished asking things of her. She steps to the doorway, lifts the damp cloth banner from its hook, and draws the door close behind her. She carries the lamp through the partition. The kitchen receives her in its particular evening smell. Lamb broth cooling in the heavy iron pot. Ginger root, the last warmth of charcoal dying in the clay stove, and beneath all of it, the quiet yeast and grain scent of covered dough resting in its earthenware bowl against the red wall. She puts the lamp on the high wooden shelf. Its amber light falls across wood rim, hanging ladles on their wall pack, and ceramic storage jar standing in their order along the shelf, each one in its right place. She moved to the door bowl and drew back the linen square. The dough has settled and cooled. She pressed 2 fingers gently into its surface. Cool, soft, alive. She leaned forward and breathed in. Sweet grain, faintly tangy. She smoothed the linen square back into place and pats the side of the dough ball once with the flat of her palm. The dough will be ready tomorrow morning. She moved to the ceramic basin. Wide, thick lip, fitted into a wooden frame at the prep table's far end, holding clean water drawn before sundown. She lowers the iron ladles one by one. A soft sound, then stillness. She rinses each ladle slowly, turning it in the water, running her thumb along smooth iron, then setting it upright in the wooden drying rack. The strainer next, then the wooden noodle board. Each finds its place. The basin surface holds the amber lamp glow in a faint shimmer. A still gold oval, trembling faintly each time a little enters the water, then smoothing back. At the ray door, she slides the iron latch, draw it close against the night, and lowers the wooden bar into its bracket. A low, subtle sound. Final. The kitchen is closed. She checks the stove. The charcoal brick has burned to an even glow, and she lowers the iron cover with care. She takes the lamp from the shelf and carries it through to the covered corridor. The door slides open. Cool air arrives, wet at its edges, carrying rain, garden soil, and the green freshness of things growing in the dark. The corridor runs along the inner courtyard wall, sheltered by its deep wooden eave on one side, while the courtyard opens on the other, small and walled, and entirely given over to rain. Water gathers at the beam joints overhead and falls in an uneven rhythm to the wet courtyard stones below. She holds the lamp at her side. Its glow moving briefly across old wood and pale plaster. The courtyard lies open before her. Rain falls across its center in straight lines. Along the far wall, moss darken where each drop strikes and slides away. The air smells of wet earth and fresh rain. Near the wall, the peony flowers hold broad dark leaves, each one weighted with gathered water. As she watched, one large leaf tips slowly past its balance point. A thin stream runs off its edge and falls to the soil below. A brief, soft sound. Then the leaf rises back, lighter now, slower than it fell. She stepped back from the courtyard edge into the shelter of the corridor and stand still. The lamp held in both hands. Through the whole evening walk, kitchen, dough, ladles, stove, she has been carrying it from place to place without stopping to look at it. Now she holds it level and looks at the flame. Upright, precise, no larger than her thumbnail. Its amber light reaches the corridor floor, the nearest stretch of plaster wall, and no farther. The rest of the corridor is dark in both directions. She breathes slowly. The flame does not move. Outside the eave, rain continues. Here in the corridor, the lamp holds its own small steady weather, warm and still, and close by the eave above and the wall behind her. The two things side by side. The rain and the flame. Neither disturbing the other. She tends the base of the lamp in her hands. The clay is warm from the evening use, warmed farther now by her palms. It gives the warmth back to her. The oil has been burning since the scholar lifted his first sip of broth. It will last a little longer yet. She remains standing under the eave. The kitchen is closed. The accounts are counted and boxed. The shop helpers are asleep. The ward gate is sealed. Chang'an rests quietly behind its wall. Its 10,000 lamps dimming one by one through the long spring night. From somewhere across the sealed ward, a temple bell sounds. 3 low strokes, each one softer than the last, dissolving into the rain. The lamp in her hand bends without wavering. Its amber glow touches the wet courtyard stones. The surface of the filling basin. The underside of the deep wooden eave above. Rain on the grey ceramic roof tiles. Steady and continuous. Rain on the courtyard flagstones. Each drop absorbed at once into whetstone. Rain on the broad dark peony leaf. Each one bowing slowly under gathered water, releasing, rising back, bowing and rising, patient, the same rhythm it has kept since afternoon. Rings arriving at the basin rim, dissolving, soft and steady, like breathing. And so the small noodle shop comes to rest. Tables wipe and bathe, coins counted and boxed, dough sleeping quietly in its bowl, while Chang'an settles deeper in its spring rain, gray tile by gray tile, lane by lane, growing soft and still through the long spring night. The world we visited tonight grows quiet now, and you can simply rest here, comfortable and at ease. Your mind can relax. Your body can soften. If you are already drifting into sleep, allow yourself to sink a little deeper. And if you are still awake, just listen to the quiet. There is nothing more to do, nowhere else to be. I'll be here whenever you need another peaceful moment like this. But for now, sleep well. Good night.